I'm Bo. I'm an engineer, a consultant, and right now impact lead at Lapaya. So right now a learning professional for the last 5 years. And what I wanted to do today is actually look back at my performance consultant days and get some learnings from one of my early projects, one of my favorite projects actually, in a flower factory. So I hope you'll come with me over there. But first, I want to talk about why should I talk about that? And there are 3 different perspectives I want to share. The first is organizations. So organizations are really trying to change and to keep up with changing times, but they often fail. There's a lot of stats on this, but CEB says that only about 1/3 of major change initiatives fully achieve their goals. And when we look at why that is, often it's because people haven't been considered, haven't been taken along on this journey. Which leads us to number 2, which is our colleagues and employees in general are not really engaged in work right now. Again, lots of stats, but about 2/3 of employees are not engaged right now. That's, super sad, I find. And the third perspective is our L&D programs are not solving these first 2 problems. So unfortunately, looking into the stats as well, less than 1/3 of employees say that there's really significant, meaningful, relevant learning solutions that their company provides for them. And I see it in my friendship group. Like, a lot of my friends are not really engaged with their learning in their organization. So, however, I want to propose that learning is crucial for empowering meaningful, lasting change. And I would like to take you to the flower factory to investigate that a little bit further with me. So, flower factory. Lots of flowers come in by bulk in a big box, basically. And we have packing lines to actually put them into bouquets. So how that works is that people stand along these lines and place the flowers until at the end of the line it becomes a bouquet. So that's the situation I came into. And the challenge of this flower factory was actually a cost savings challenge. They were hiring a lot of temporary workers on top of their regular workforce to actually be able to produce the bouquets that they needed to. So they were having way more costs than they should have had, and they asked us to come in and to improve the efficiency of this plant so that they would have to hire less of these temporary people. And so that's our challenge. What we did, firstly, I actually did something a bit different to my other consultancy colleagues. I actually did 2 weeks of training with a hand-picked team, cross-functional team across the business. And in those 2 weeks, I taught them our methodology, and they actually shared a lot of their knowledge with us. So by the end of that, we'd also gone out for dinner and beers, and we really became a team to tackle this challenge of reducing the costs. The second thing we did is we looked at all the different bouquets and looked at which bouquet there might be the biggest opportunity. So which bouquets could we actually improve? If we made one change to one bouquet, which bouquet would it be, and how would we improve it? And we had to win. We were banned from looking at Pink Harmony. So enter Pink Harmony. It's actually Asda's highest volume bouquet. It's 15 flowers, and it's all pink. And it was actually not going down the regular line. It was being hand assembled in a setup like this. Basically, people were hand assembling it and then giving it a final twist, and that was the bouquet. The quality manager banned us from looking at Pink Harmony. So we had to build up a little bit of trust with her first by doing a few different changes around in other bouquets. But we also secretly really knew that if we improve the efficiency of producing this bouquet, we're really going to hit our target. So as a team, we worked on this a little bit in secret, and we tried it down the packing line. We used a lot of the knowledge from the local team. And we finally found a way to do a blind test with her, and she couldn't tell the difference between the bouquet down the line or the bouquet being hand assembled. So it was a win for us in the end, and we actually had a 50% increase, 50% reduction in cost, so actually 50% increase in efficiency, cost efficiency. And we actually way overachieved our targets for the original targets that we set. And staying in touch with a few of these team members, they also tell me that they really loved learning those new skills, and it has helped them hugely in their careers. But what can I actually suggest as learnings from such a program? And I think the first thing I want to say is that change management is already well studied. And for example, John P. Cotter suggests 8 steps for change, which I really recommend. And my favorite one is that form a powerful coalition. So really form a team that is going to be upskilled, that you can upskill, that you can help, and that is going to create that change. The second is find the sweet spot. So here we had a clear organizational goal, and the individuals also really wanted to work towards that goal. So that was our sweet spot. And I believe that in a lot of our programs, we can find that sweet spot. Find one meaningful business KPI. In a factory, that's very easy. In organizations, that's a lot harder. However, they also look at what is driving that KPI and what is the one thing that if you change it, what are 2 things, if you change them, you'll achieve most of that value. And the third one is don't give up, because there's a change curve called the Kubler-Ross change curve, which means that you always start motivated, high in energy, and then things happen, things go wrong, people leave, people get demotivated, but keep going, like get quick wins in, share them, motivate each other. And this is how I believe we can all step into our role as enablers of meaningful, lasting, and measurable change. Thank you very much.